Let's talk about the worst day in the history of the state for a minute. So, obviously, there was the whole issue with the Iowa marching band. Let's adjust that real quick. Um, for those that don't know, there were some allegations by the Iowa marching band as a whole, some individuals, about beers being thrown at them, people pushing and shoving them when they were walking back to the bus, people assaulting them. Apparently, one individual had ribs broken. Um, you know, like I said, beer cans thrown at him, etc. People being stupid fans. And that's not a good look for anybody. And I hate it for both fan bases, Iowa and Iowa State's fan bases, because after those allegations came out, people from previous Iowa State bands, current Iowa State bands, said, well, wait a minute. This happens when we go to Iowa City, too, which, I obviously think it happens at both places. I'm not, saying that that's any excuse for throwing a beer can at somebody, at a college kid in a marching band. But, it's something that happens at both places. People are idiots at both places. I'm not, it happens. And, it needs to be dealt with then and there when it happens, not as the week goes forward, not as the years go forward. File a police report then and there. Talk to the authorities about it then and there. Don't. Anyway. So, that's been going on. And Gary Barta, who I think is a complete joke of an athletic director, has come out and he said he and Jamie Pollard, the Iowa State athletic director, have come out and they've said, we're done with it. It shouldn't happen anywhere. We're going to deal with these things going forward. Don't be a shitty fan, basically. And everyone kind of thought that was the end of it. And then Gary Barta had a press conference or something. He talked to a reporter of some kind. And he goes, well, we never closed any of the cases. We're not done with this. And that caught everybody by surprise. Like, what do you mean you're not done with this? It's done. There's nothing else to. He said, no. We're not done with this. No. Then proceeded to give zero details about anything that happened. So Iowa State came along with their police chief that was there, the Ames police chief that was there, the Iowa State police chief that was there, Jamie Pollard, and I think Campbell was also there, the football coach. They all had a big press conference this morning at 11 a.m. And they basically said, look, if you give us a when, where, why, how, who, we can get you security tapes, we can get you the officers that were, escorting the band, we can get you all this information. And from what I hear, Iowa's not being super cooperative about it. I love the Iowa band, I love the Iowa State band. I hate that this stuff happens anywhere. I hate that it happens anywhere. I've got friends in both bands. I haven't personally talked to any of them about this incident. I'd rather just kind of let this go by the wayside and let legalities handle it. So, but yeah, I hate this for both fan bases because it puts a bad reputation on this rivalry, especially the week that College Game Day is here. So it's just a bad situation. And then Iowa State comes out and they say, well, look, here's the footage of you guys leaving Jack Trice Stadium. For those of you that don't know, Jack Trice faces north-south. And at the north exit, like the north side of the stadium, there's a building which is like the locker rooms, the training areas, the whatever, like all the places the teams go, all where the bands are hanging out. It's behind the north end zone. And there's two, like, to get in and out of the stadium, there's two, like, walkways that form around it. And you can walk out either side. And from what it sounds like, Iowa State security and police officers said, if you take the east side exit, so it's facing north, and you got the east side exit over here and the west side exit over here. If you take the east side, There's no fans over there. Your buses are right at the exit. You're not gonna have to deal with anybody. You can just go straight out to your buses, put your instruments away, and get out of here. And Iowa said, nah, we're gonna take the west side exit, which is of course where all of the Iowa State fans that are angry and upset about how the game ended. That's where all of them are walking, and the Iowa band marches right through them. You can see them walking out of the stadium in one video. It's like a 4-minute video of them, getting lined up on the field, walking out of the stadium, no problem. And then there's about an 8-minute video. I'll link those down below from Alex Halstead. But yeah, there's an 8-minute video of them walking through the gate, going out to like their buses. There shouldn't be an issue. There's a little bit of an area where they're filing in, and the fans are kind of over here filing, and then eventually they meet. And you can see, it's hard to see what's going on. It looks like there's a big clump of people, but the one thing that you can see is the Iowa band is playing the Iowa fight song. I have no problem with that. The other thing is they're, particularly the sousaphones, and I'm not picking on the sousaphones, they're just the easiest to see in this mass clump of people, is you can see the sousaphones swinging their instruments. They're going down, up on certain counts or certain beats of the song. And when you've got that many people clumped together, swinging a sousaphone around, going, swinging this giant instrument around is probably not the smartest thing to do. And on top of that, you've got, trombones that are playing, you've got trumpets, you've got flutes that are hanging out. I guess those are hanging out towards the band. But, you've got all these big, heavy instruments. You've got snares, tenors, bass drums, cymbals that are all going through this massive group of people and swinging your instruments around playing an Iowa fight song after how that game ended. Again, I'm not excusing any actions, but when you've got some probably intoxicated fans, you should probably go the exit on the east side where there aren't anybody. So that sounds like common sense. So that whole issue is, I feel like it's done. Don't be a shitty fan and listen to what the security of the home stadium is doing. If they say, look, you can take this exit and run into nobody and go straight to your bus and get out of here, or you can take this way and be super crowded and thousands of fans, hundreds to thousands of fans, and it's super crowded. There's an easy answer to that. So I'm done talking about that one. Now for the other incident. So for those of you that don't know, kid by the name of Carson King, I believe he's an Iowa State grad from a few years ago, or maybe he's a current student, not 100% sure. I'm just trying to check here. Yeah, he's 24-year-old kid. I don't know why I'm saying kid because he's older than me, but 24-year-old kid, Iowa State fan, goes to college game day. Sorry, I got college Ames Day on the mind. Goes to college game day. He has a sign with him. It says, Busch Light supply needs replenished, and then it gives his Venmo. Well, it blew up. He's now at, I believe himself is at like 300,000 or 350,000, and Busch Light, Anheuser-Busch, and Venmo decided that they were going to contribute they were going to match whatever his contribution was. And he decided to donate everything that he earned to Iowa Children's Hospital, which is just incredible. It totals over $1 million at this point. I'll put his Venmo also down below. Carson doing a hell of a job for the kids. Hashtag for the kids. And it comes out today. Today, of all days, today. Over a week has gone since college game day was here. Each team has, moved on. Iowa State beat up on ULM. Iowa had a bye, getting ready to focus on Big Ten or focus on Middle Tennessee State. Excuse me. And today, of all days, like 2 days after he hits $1 million, he's shooting for. He tweeted out, I think yesterday, that he wanted to hit 2 million by the end of the month. Somebody, don't know who, don't know who, but somebody at the Des Moines Register was like, hey, I'm going to go through Carson's old social media posts, and I'm going to find something. I bet you I'm going to find something. So, of course he did. When Carson was 16, so 8 years ago, 2011, 8 years ago, Carson and his friends were discussing an episode of Tosh.0. It's a like Comedy Central news show where they make fun of everybody. Carson said something racist like about that show, like he was talking about an episode with some of his friends, and people at the Des Moines Register were like, somebody at the Des Moines Register, sorry, not gonna lump everybody there into this, goes, no, Carson, that makes you a bad person. Now the story's out where Carson is a racist, whatever, because he posted something as a 16-year-old in high school 8 years ago. Keep in mind, again, this is after he's raised a total of over $1 million for a children's hospital. And so now he issues an apology to everybody, I guess. I don't know who this apology is supposed to be towards or who it's supposed to be for or anything. Whatever. And Des Moines Register comes out and they say, no, Carson posted this on social media 8 years ago. I don't have the tweet, I don't have the Facebook post, whatever it was. I don't have it. I'm sorry. It's been deleted. I don't have a screenshot of it or anything. But yeah, that was 8 years ago. He was 16 in high school, quoting a TV show. And so this gets out, and Bush goes, oh no, PR disaster. A kid that we're sponsoring for this children's hospital. He's a racist. We can't do this Carson King Bush specialty thing that we're doing for Carson. Because they were going to give him, year's supply of Bush with like his picture on the Bush cans, which is incredible, by the way. It's awesome that they would do that. And so they just cut ties with him. And they cut ties with him so badly that they've deleted like every tweet about him. Every tweet that mentions him. Every tweet about what he's done, about the cans, about the college game day sign. Everything that has to do with Carson King, they've deleted off of Twitter. Like, just everything. If you go to Bush Light, the Twitter, and you search like Control find on the Bush page, and you search Carson, everything's gone. Everything's gone. You go on your profile and you look at a reply to a Carson thing. It says this tweet is not available because it's been deleted. They're still going to donate the $350,000, which that's fine, but they've cut ties with them. I haven't heard anything about Venmo. I would assume they're going to be fine with it because it's Venmo, right? But yeah, so you got a lot of people canceling subscriptions to the Des Moines Register. So this one guy is hurting their business. This one guy at a newspaper basically destroyed a $1 million donation to a children's hospital. Like, who thinks that that's a good idea? Who thinks that ruining the reputation of a guy raising $1 million for a children's hospital is a good idea? Not that this ruins Carson's reputation in any way, shape, or form. But who bothers to go through his social media posts from the last 8 years to find one tweet or one Facebook post, whatever it was, about a TV show? It's just crazy. People are posting screenshots of them Venmoing Carson about it, making sure that they're keeping the donations going, and people are tweeting about them canceling subscriptions to Des Moines Register. They're talking about not drinking Busch Light again. I mean, I've got it right here in the fridge. This bad boy's not getting drank until somebody at Busch Light gets their head out of their ass about this whole thing. So It just needs to be fixed. So with these going on, you got the biggest paper in Iowa trying to ruin the reputation of a kid that's raising $1 million, and you've got the biggest. Well, I guess they're the second biggest college now because Iowa State's technically more enrolled, but you've got basically the biggest name college in Iowa. Their marching band is basically like, I don't know if they're actually going legal or anything with this, but they're like, no, we're not gonna have the CyHawk game anymore. So, I don't know. This was a really bad day for the state of Iowa, for media, for sports, for music, for Busch, who's like the state beer, the unofficial official state beer of Iowa, or yeah, beer of the state, whatever. Yeah, it's been a really, really, really bad day for the state, and I really hope all of this has been, um, uh, it's just been a really bad day for Iowa. So I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow if anything changes. But it's just a terrible situation, and it's I hope it gets better, but people are just gonna be assholes about it. If for whatever reason I get famous and somebody's gonna look up my social media posts, I hope you guys aren't disappointed because there's a lot of bad stuff there. Um, there's a lot of swearing in those social media posts, but you know it's so stupid that a tweet from 8 years ago is going to possibly ruin the reputation of a guy that's raised over $1 million for a children's hospital. And it's just, this is why going into journalism sucks, because nobody likes you, right? Because fake news and all that, which this is why there's fake news. You've got a guy at the paper, the biggest paper of the state, that's attacking a guy that's raised $1 million for a children's hospital. It's insane. It's, oh my goodness. It's just let me know what you guys think about the marching band situation, the Carson King Des Moines Register situation, the Busch Light cutting ties with them. Let me know all your thoughts down below, because this was a lot longer video than I wanted it to be, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's probably just time to get off social media for the night. It's 10 o'clock. I got an 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's probably time for me to log off Twitter and Facebook for the night. So let me know what you guys think down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click that bell icon so you get notifications whenever I upload a video. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.